Ladies and gentlemen, it is your favorite time of the week, at least I hope. It is time for another edition of Lights Out. One of the best. Oh my goodness. Oh, chat. Oh my God, chat. Okay, you know what? Before I can't even get into the introduction, chat, I hear your pleas. It is EE. It is Light, and we are the only ones here today, unfortunately, is what I would say.
Thank God. What?
But guess what?
Oh, no.
Oh, I heard you got detention.
I understood that reference.
I didn't.
You got to watch more Marvel movies, kid. Yes, Cosmos is not only here, this is here in the building. Cosmos is at my house right now. We are big chilling right now after an amazing Genesis that saw quite a few upsets.
That's subjective.
Okay, a little more than mid.
Honestly, that's just objectively wrong.
Okay, a decent Genesis for a lot of people.
Well, not even.
Okay, a Genesis that
It
left
was Genesis. Genesis took place this weekend.
that left all of us in turmoil, but nonetheless, it was amazing for me personally because I got to hang out with these two guys and do a lot of fun content with them. So I'm in a great mood. And I'm happy to be here to give you guys another podcast episode. So I guess I'll start with the guy right next to me, Cos Money. How we feeling, my boy?
Going out of country tomorrow.
And he's not talking about Mexico.
I'm not talking about Mexico. We're going to Qatar.
Yes.
So you know what? Even though Genesis didn't go so well, I can't be upset because I'm going to Qatar.
Exactly. Qatar, going to be a very fun trip. We're going together. I can't wait. We're going to pack our bags later tonight and be at the airport at a reasonable time tomorrow. But Light, you are actually at home right now. Actually, speaking of packing bags, this nigga was going Saturday night. This brother was going light.
He was there when I was packing.
Yeah, I was the only one that knew.
I was like, Cosmos, don't tell a soul. I don't want to hear.
And I told everyone.
Did you actually?
I mean, I told like 3 people that asked where you were.
Hey, Cosmos, where you at? Oh, I'm just eating food. Lights gone. What do you want to do?
Basically, that's kind of similar how the conversation went, but you definitely dipped out, my guy. How you feeling? How you doing? What's up?
I feel terrible.
Okay.
I was thinking, this is honestly just gonna be a depressing beginning of the episode.
Oh, come on.
It might just be a depressing episode, man. I feel terrible. I don't know what you guys can do to make me feel better, but I don't think it's possible.
I'm going to Qatar.
We got that part, Jim. All right.
All right,
we got that. All right,
there's my dog's. There's my dog's butt.
Yep, he's a cute little corgi. Well, let's open the episode first by congratulating a few people at Genesis. Okay, I want to start here with. Come on, man. Where's your good sportsmanship?
I never had any.
You know what? That's objectively true. So I'm not even going to argue with you on that one. But I'm still going to do it anyway. I want to congratulate first the winners of Rivals 2, Plup, stunning the world and that community by taking it down over number 2 seed Cake Assault and number 1 seed Marlon, along with beating people along the way who seemingly you just can't be. You wouldn't expect this, but it happened. I mean, Plup was just an animal. He was a man possessed. He's a man possessed. The Plup Club stocks going all the way up. It's an honor to commentate that top 8, by the way. And then, of course, on the side, we had Melee. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Melee was awesome. Did you guys watch Melee? I don't know if anybody, you know what I'm saying?
No, I watched it all right. I was crying, too.
That's OD. I mean, that grand finals, let's keep it real. That grand finals didn't have a thing on what we did, bro. All right? And HBox won it. I mean, HBox won it. It was so good. The man literally pissed himself in excitement. I mean, HBox, nobody does it like you, my boy. I'm going to just leave it at that. Incredible run right there. Glad to have you back in that Champions Club. And then, of course, the main event. The thing that brought us all together. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate won for the first time by a Japanese player. That being Hurt, he decimated the competition and went on a run of runs. Gotta give him a lot of credit for what he accomplished there. A Cola second place finish, followed by Zamba. Last year's defending champion showed up and showed out, man. Third place, very respectable, overcoming 2 really matchups, by the way. Actually 3 double ages and a Game & Watch. That kid's crazy. We'll talk about that later. Chuton, Lugi, T, Mia and Tweak also made up the top 8. So that is how Genesis concluded on Championship Sunday. Any thoughts, gentlemen?
All right. So for one, good stuff to Plup. That's crazy. Like, that is an amazing accomplishment. I mean, I knew it was possible. When the game first came out, you'd have all these Smash people playing Rivals, but then it's always a matter of who's actually going to stay playing Rivals. You know, that happens with every game. Who's going to go back to their game and who's just going to keep playing and grinding out the new game. And Plup grinded it out, and I mean, the results showed. So really good stuff on him.
Yeah. And it was worth it because apparently the Rivals prize pool was actually bigger than Ultimate, so he profited more.
It was the biggest prize pool at the event, I think. Because they did that thing where, like, because the developers are so involved. Shouts to Dan and George and Steve and all those guys. They're so involved that they're just like, okay, we'll sell this Genesis skin, and 50% of the sales will go into the and the community was just like, ching, 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 ching.
Did you see?
You know what I'm saying?
Did you see Plup's smile where he's just like doing like the character that?
Yeah.
That is so funny.
It's funny because they literally did the like the graphic was modeled off that for his character too. It was really, really cool. Plup is a chill ass dude, and I'm glad he captured himself another Genesis championship. So that was really cool. There is somebody who, well, I don't know. What do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about Hurt's win first or Light's defeat? What do you want to go with this?
Well, we're not gonna talk about HBox.
Instead of talk about it, he won.
He was crying.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
His first
by
win
the way,
in 3 years.
I want to point this out. By the way, I saw some people clowning him for crying. I disagree with that. That is a raw.
Do you think
emotion.
it was scripted?
No. I don't think it was scripted. I think it was raw emotion. I think that's a great thing to have as a competitor.
You don't think his reaction was scripted?
Oh, well, let's be honest. I'll be honest. Here's what I thought. When I was watching him play and he started crying like while he was like beating Tripp's ass or whatever, I was thinking to myself, he's crying because he knows this is a content goldmine for months. He's just thinking of all the shorts and the clips and the videos and the streams. And every tier was $1 amount, which is why it was so many of them. He's a genius.
Did you see the like emotion bingo chart thing that was on Twitter? It was like happy, sad, annoyed, frustrated, depressed, and it's like all Hungry Box faces while he's playing.
That's actually really good. I mean,
yeah, that's funny.
He hasn't won a super major in quite a while, so I mean, I kind of get it.
No, but like, I don't know. I was so upset because I went on Twitter and I saw Void's tweet about like, I hope I'm never like so bad that someone's like crying mid-set while beating my ass. And I literally said that on my stream before he tweeted it. I was like, I walked back into my stream room because I went to use the bathroom, and I walked back in and I'm like, I don't know who this Triff guy is, but I hope I'm never so ass that someone's crying while beating. Like, bro, it was 2 stocks to 4. It was still entirely possible for a comeback in Melee. I heard that matchup's really bad though. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna lose this. Like, he lost the stock and he was like, I need to calm down. And I think that was real because I think he was just like, ooh, let's not let this free dub get away.
Yeah, don't throw it away. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It was crazy, it was impressive though. Good stuff to him on that for sure. But let's move on to the main event game, as I said. Ultimate.
Rivals 2.
I got to commentate top 6 of that game. That was the main event for me. Yeah, 100%. We need the whole top 8 next year. The game's amazing. Hurt winning Genesis.
Ugh.
Crazy world. Wait, where's the... Hold on a second. This one? Okay. All right. What were your thoughts on Hurt taking down the first Genesis championship for a Japanese individual by doing it over another Japanese individual? It was basically a damn Sumibato local, if you ask me.
It was. And
it's
honestly, I was talking to Charles about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he made me realize that when he got into top 8, it literally was just a Japanese tournament for him.
Yep.
Because he played T first. Did he play T first?
He played T into Akola.
Yeah. So I was talking to Charles about it, and I realized, like, damn, honestly, with that bracket, Cola should have won Genesis. Because Cola would have farmed all the Japanese players. I think he definitely would have beat Akola. So
Cola would have beat a Cola?
I feel like he definitely would have. Yes. Absolutely.
Really? Think so?
Yeah, I
that's
genuinely do believe that.
Okay.
That matchup is terrible, bro.
Cola makes anything work, honestly.
That's true.
Whenever he's like playing on fire and playing like he has nothing to lose, like he was in the beginning when he was playing against Hurt, and then he was like, "Wait, I could lose this." Like that. Like I just feel like if he won that set, he probably would have, at the very least, gotten to grand finals. Maybe Akola would have made it harder by trying to counterpick, but it's crazy that the entire timeline changed just by Hurt clutching out that reverse 3-0, which got him the entire Genesis win. Because after that, I don't think like he typically beats Akola now, and I feel like I don't know how he does against T, but it just feels like that matchup for both his characters seemed like it'd be pretty frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree with you. I talked about it on my stream a little bit, twitch.tv/LA_S21. That Cola definitely threw that set away. And I think he threw that set away game too. Like, he was playing very well, and at some point he just started camping along with her. And it's like, what the hell does Roy camping even do to Snake? You know? You don't even have a projectile. And like, he really threw that set away. I really feel like he played it entirely different during game 2, and the only reason he won is because when he started playing different, he already had a strong lead. So he was able to get that game. I think games 3, 4, or 5, the difference really showed. But nonetheless, I mean, Hurt honestly had a great run. I thought it was pretty obvious that if he beat Akola in winners finals, that he was going to win the tournament.
Oh,
because like Cola said, like Cosmo said, Akola's just not beating her as of recently, or at least not consistently. And the thing is, other people can beat her. I truthfully believe that. It is very hard to beat Akola. Like, I still think that even though Hurt's a fantastic player, the majority would rather fight Hurt than Akola.
1000%.
Because so like it was just like, okay, well, now that Akola is literally gatekeeping grand finals, you don't have to worry about Hurt losing to literally anyone, you know?
That's a funny way to think about it.
He was gatekeeping grand finals. It's like,
really was.
Yeah, it's like, guys, you gotta get past the best Steve in the world. And I mean, it showed. Like, Zamba's run was fantastic. And then he got to Akola, and it's like, well, I mean, Steve, bro.
And Zamba's somebody who's good against Steve. You might watch him play. He plays Steve on the regular. People like Syrup and Just Blue, like, he plays against good Steves, and Syrup's the best Steve in the US.
Thing is, that is true, but like I'll say he's experienced against Steve, but he still would be struggling against those Steve players. Like, it's not all
it's Steve.
fun and games. Exactly,
it's Steve. Yeah.
So when you're playing against the best Steve, it's like, okay, well, if you're struggling against like the best Steve in America, which is like, he's really good. He's probably like a top 20, top 15 player. But if you're struggling against him, what are the odds that you're gonna beat the obviously better Steve? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. There's another problem as well. I mean, this Steve is such an intricate character that, I mean, what is knowing the Steve matchup? There are so many different ways to play Steve. Just like with Bayonetta, it's like, you could be experienced versus Bayonetta, but one Bayonetta is playing this way, and the other Salem was the neutral Bayonetta, where it's just like, he's playing a proper neutral versus you, and you don't know how to get in, where another Bayo is killing you at 0. You know? You got these Steves that are playing completely different from one another because their characters can do that. It's not as simple as, did I play this Lucina for 10 hours? Okay, I'm ready for the next Lucina because I had matchup experience. It's not that simple with Steve. There's so many mix-ups out of every option, and there's so many mix-ups out of every time they have you in disadvantage state. It's like, it's hard to technically know the Steve matchup, you know? Like, honestly, I think... Actually, no, I don't think... did Syrup even try going Steve versus Hurt in LMBM?
Yes, I think he did once the Nets. Like, I think at the second time they played, I think he used Steve for a match, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
Steve at least once.
I'm pretty sure he still lost, but even that's an adjustment period for Hurt, because, you know, Hurt knows how to fight the best Steve in the world, but it's still different from other Steves, you know? It's just all so different. It's very annoying.
I hear that. I want to quickly give a shout out. There was somebody who posted a comment on a previous Lights Out or our previous Lights Out podcast, and they posted this on Thursday. It's the Thursday before Genesis, by the way. His name is Armakeem 3576. Said, I bet Hurt is going to win Genesis. His two biggest threats, Spargo and Mia, are not going to reach him. They'll get sent to losers earlier.
Damn.
Brother, I replied back to him after the fact. I was like, I need them lottery numbers. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That's crazy.
How did you know that, bro? That's crazy. That is like legit on the last podcast episode, dude. It's crazy. Hard call out for sure, bro.
That's
Respect.
insane. I mean, yeah, her and Spargo, I mean, Sonics, Mia, a lot of people did not get very far into the bracket. Mia being the furthest, but even then losing first round of top 8 to someone he's never lost to. It's kind of crazy.
In a matchup that he just shouldn't lose either. Like, that's another thing. Like, I was thinking about it, and like, because like I used to do this a little bit, but if I had like go and look at the tournament and pick an MVP, and I don't pick my MVP based on who won the tournament, just on outstanding performance regardless, I would give it to Zamba, okay? Because one, he comes in with the pressure of nobody thinking he's even going to make top 8, like, let alone win the damn thing, okay? So he makes top 8, okay? Sensational performance, beats the ranked 1 player in a loser's bracket. You always have more pressure in losers, I think, in Spargo in a matchup, okay, against Aegis. Does that, gets past Cola, somebody he's going back and forth with before and was clearly playing hot earlier, goes through opening match, plays against Mia, game 5, last hit, -3 ass matchup type, and overcomes someone he'd never beaten in bracket before, Mia. Next up, another Japanese gauntlet. Here we go, coming through Shuton. And you know what I'm saying? I think Spargo's a degen Aegis. I think Shuton is super suit and tie Aegis. So he's
best
way
Aegis
more,
in the world.
Yeah, way more buttoned up with everything he does. Overcomes that as well. Okay, like good Zamba, dude. Like incredible run. Really deserved.
Why'd you
that.
skip the Lugi one?
I forgot it happened. No disrespect, I forgot it happened. Goes against Lugi and takes him out as well. So good to Zamba, my Genesis Smash Ultimate MVP. I did forget that out. I'm sorry. I'm not even being disrespectful, Lugi. I think you're a great player.
I heard what you said on commentary.
What did I say? I didn't say anything bad.
TK, while he was, did you see it, Cosmos?
No, I didn't see it.
While Luki was getting his rocked by Zamba, TK said something like "damn" or something like "this is rough" or something like that, right? And he was like, "Did you see his winners bracket? It had to get hard at some point."
Okay.
I was like, God damn.
To be fair, I wasn't saying that as a diss. I was saying he got a very favorable Luigi bracket. And a lot of times I've noticed people will get those favorable brackets for their characters and they'll choke it away. They will not capitalize off that opportunity. He didn't. He completely did what he needed to do. I'm just saying, like, at some point, yeah, the ante does raise a little bit. It's going to get a little tougher. And he just ran into a buzzsaw Nicole who just doesn't lose the
Yeah, he doesn't lose Luigi. I mean, again, both Zamba and Nicole are very experienced versus Luigi. I mean, Nicole having Raru and Zamba having Guy, who's a pretty good Luigi.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But no, that was crazy, man. Damn, I feel like our NA Avengers, man, we gotta regroup. We gotta regroup. I feel like the only way to get our get back is to go on their soil and pay them back for all the pain and suffering they brought us at Genesis.
Lose to one of them, and I ain't going to France, bro. I hate it there.
No, you jumped talking about Japan.
But I didn't lose to any of them.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's true. Actually, yeah. Let's hear about your particular bracket experience before we go through any more of the
Why you want to hear about my bracket? You already know it's going to be riddled with an excuse.
It's not. It doesn't have to be. I don't like to hear excuses. I hear explanations.
Oh,
right? You're a very cognitive player.
All right, bro. Day one, I came in, played doubles. Cosmos killed me and we lost.
That did happen. That did happen.
He said, "Good times, good times." God, we were winning in the. I don't know what happened in winners. I actually think we just barely lost. Actually,
I mean,
it was
winners. We were beating Mia and Akola, or Mia and Hurt, and then he back threw you and Nikita, and you side B too close to the blast zone because you were scared that I wasn't going to save you fast enough. When I'm playing Mithra and I'm literally at speed of light,
No,
Yeah.
it was. No,
I
you're
thought it
right.
was
I did
bad.
do
I thought
that.
it
It
was
wasn't.
bad
It wasn't. No, it wasn't bad. Yeah, I actually just side beat and died. I wasn't scared that you weren't going to save me. I think I was just moving too fast because the interaction was fast.
To be fair, Snake
But,
is one of the Snake is probably the best character in a 2v1 scenario, honestly.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, back throw Nikita with you on the stage wasn't really the brightest idea from him, but I mean, it worked.
It wasn't.
Like, that was my fault.
That's our
and then
Genesis
losers,
I
champion.
was like, oh, we just have him off stage now. We're in advantage state. I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
where's Light?
I side beat too early and I died. But I will say, in losers bracket, we were winning. No, we were like barely losing. We were actually tied, I'd say. And then Cosmos with 2 stocks at like 100%. I'm dead already. I'm trying to recover, but I'm at like 100%, and I lost my jump. I'm going to die. I'm going to take Cosmos' stock. Someone is off stage with me because they just gimped me.
T.
They're also in a similar, yeah. T's in a similar situation to me. The other player doesn't. He's like lower percent than Cosmos, but like I'm going to be at 0% when I come back. Cosmos run off stage and down airs me and SDs at the same time. While I was already dead, by the way.
Yeah, so my plan was to, okay, I see that Light's dead. So I'm just gonna go for the trade and kill T, because I'm obviously going to win the matchup against base mates because I'm really good at that
Or me.
matchup. Or him. But I was gonna tell you to not take my stock because I'm very confident in that.
I mashed that shit real quick.
But
Give me
yeah,
that.
I just missed. That's just it. I just missed, and I killed Light. I mean, Light was dead, so I just killed myself.
Okay.
But you hit me, so it hurt
I made him
more.
faster. I made him die faster.
All right, so going into singles bracket was rough from the beginning, and I don't care how it sounds. I was tired.
Now, hold on. Before you even go further than that, that's your fault.
How?
When we were downstairs at like 7:30 a.m. eating breakfast, we saw you wander over, and we were like, "You should go back to sleep." or
Well,
whatever.
he came
and
down
you
because
refused.
He was trying to go back to sleep and he couldn't.
I was trying to go to sleep for over an hour by that point. I didn't go down at 7:30. I went down at 8:30. I
Whatever.
woke up at 7. No, look at you. You just be spinning tails, bro. You're so
You said
stupid.
you heard reasonings, not excuses. Why you?
Yeah,
Why
literally.
you
Yeah,
battling
exactly,
him?
bro. What was this for? What was the point of this?
I just
You're the one who
told
said
it.
you want to hear this.
No,
You're not. You got caught, bro. I went to bed at 1:30 because I was chilling with you guys. Remember?
Yeah.
We all went to bed. Cosmos is my witness to this. I knocked the out. I told him I was tired as I could barely stay awake. I knocked out. I woke up at 7 o'clock, so I slept for 5.5 hours. I think I low key might have woke up to Cosmos leaving the room because he said he left around 7.
Very quiet though.
I don't know. I just woke up at that time. It could have just been convenient, but I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying. So, anyways, I woke up.
Don't keep me out your rooms.
I couldn't. This is the last time. I woke up. I couldn't go back to bed. I tried for an hour and a half. I got tired of it. I went downstairs to get like water, I think. I saw them there. We went back upstairs. Me and Cosmos went back upstairs. I tried to go to bed again. And then I couldn't go back to bed. So I was just very huh?
I could. I went to sleep.
I know. I looked over at you and you were knocked out. So I started off the bracket on a pretty bad handicap. I was playing very well. I had a very, I know that I was playing good because the day before I was practicing a lot and I was playing good. And in the morning, I was practicing with Akola and I was beating him. I was playing very well. Obviously, my energy levels were just not there. Like, I did not play good versus Lugi. I know people were saying that he beat me because, like, the matchup's really bad. No, I just did not play versus him very well. I played very stupid versus him. I just felt like I wasn't in the game. And then losers bracket, a lot of people were camping me, and I was very doomer mindset. Like, Crepe Soleil was up 2-0 on me, and the only reason he was up 2-0 on me was because I was sick of it. Like, I was so upset that I lost to Lugi. I was so upset that I couldn't get enough sleep that I was like, he's playing Wario. Yeah, I was upset that I was upset I lost to Lugi. I was upset because I know that if I got more sleep, I know I could have played better. I don't know why I couldn't. I was very mad at my body for that because I very recently fixed my sleep schedule. So I was like kind of giving up. And then I think game 3, I was just like, am I really going to let this nigga beat me? Like, I don't know why. I'd be looking at people. I look at people, Jesus Christ, thank you for the subs. That cannot be ignored.
BK with the 10 bomb. Thank you, my.
Yeah, but yeah, I like looking at my opponent in between sets, just looking at how they react. I'm very chill. The set was being recorded by Hummingbee. You could clearly see I gave no during that set. Because I was talking to Hummingbee, like just chatting while like in between games. And I'm looking at
You don't do that.
Clips Lane. He looks mad nervous. He's drinking his water mad sporadically. He's taking like 5-minute breaks in between the not literally, but he's taking breaks in between the match. And I'm just like, yeah, I've decided that in my made up imaginary world that I don't like you, so I can't lose to you. So then I start camping in, and then bro, that's just what I do, bro. I'm weird. I create like this narrative in my head that's like, you think you're better than me. I don't think I like you anymore. I hate you. And then I just start camp. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I started camping him, and then I won. Then I fought Siski, and I'm like, well, this matchup's not that bad, and I respect Siski, so whatever. And then I beat him, and I won. What you say?
I'll drop a game or two. I like Siski.
Yeah, I give him one, and then I fought Lima, and right there I was like this is not going to go well because again, I'm tired. I don't have the mental capacity to play patient. Like my patience is only going to last so long, and Lima is going to test my patience. And I was winning every game until I'm like, I want to go to the ledge. I want to go to the ledge. I want to go to the ledge. And I just went to the ledge every time, and I died for it every time. And I mean, Lima played it right, you know? Yeah. Like I have no excuse to that. He just played it right. So yeah, I was very upset by that. I still think I was playing amazing, which is why I left on Saturday. I truly think there was nothing for me to gain from Sunday. Like usually when I lose at brackets, I practice. I keep practicing. I keep playing hard. But I was playing amazing. I was playing fine. I didn't need to stay there. So I left. I went home. I soaked in my bed for like 6 hours because I was depressed. I'm still depressed. Then I streamed it. God, that top 8 was boring. Zombo was the funnest part to watch. And then I went to my local yesterday because I'm practicing really hard again. So went there. I won. I'm going to a local today in New York because I'm salty and everyone thinks they're better than me and they're not better than me and I'm schizophrenic. So I'm going to go to the local today. And then I'm also going to I'm going to the round table on Saturday, assuming the weather doesn't get bad, where Syrup and Tweak will go there because I hate everyone currently.
I like that mentality. Who's going to be at the local tonight?
New Yorkers and Connecticut people.
Okay.
It's like bordering both our states. It's going to be some good people. But
I'll tune in.
Round table is going to have a lot of like good people there, like Pharaoh, Syrup, Tweak, a couple other people. Zombo won't be there because Zombo will be in Qatar with you guys. But yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, you know what? That makes me happy. Even, listen, I know by your standards, 17th isn't great, but like,
nope.
I know. But like, it does make me happy that you at least came away with it, realizing that all that practice you're starting to put on, you're getting back into good form, okay? Like kind of killing that December bug that took out, you know what I'm saying? Because we had a lull in all the competition and stuff. So glad you're getting back on your feet, and I expect, obviously, nothing less than a top 8 performance next time on a big stage. So good to my friend Light. But Light, if there does come a situation where you need to talk to somebody about how you're feeling, okay, all your emotions that could potentially be swelling up inside you.
That next time you don't have to leave mid-bracket.
Yes. I have
leave me alone.
The perfect person, or maybe persons, for you to talk. Guys, I want to talk to you about my friends over at BetterHelp, okay? This show is actually sponsored by BetterHelp. What do you want your 2025 story to be? Every January brings you a 365 blank page book waiting to be filled in 2025. Maybe you're ready for a plot twist. Maybe there's a part of your story that you want to revise. Life isn't about resolutions that fade in February. It is the shortest month, of course, it's Black History Month. But don't worry about that. It's about picking up the pen and becoming the author of your own life, okay? Think of therapy as your editorial partner, helping you write new chapters and create new, meaningful stories that you deserve to live, okay? I've seen my friends live even more so in abundance thanks to the friends over at BetterHelp. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable, convenient, and serving over 5 million people worldwide. So write your story today with our friends over at BetterHelp by visiting betterhelp.com/lightsout today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/lightsout.
They said you need help spelling BetterHelp.
I'm so happy with.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy we could use my mental problems to deal with our ad reads.
I like to get paid off your trauma.
Jesus
you don't pay me enough.
You're right. Keep reading, Jim.
I know you're a schizo, but this is ridiculous.
Oh my god. Oh, Cosmos, you owe me money.
All right, for Chipotle, right?
Yes.
Damn, this don't forget nothing. That was like Thursday.
He's like, I didn't make bracket. I didn't make
Exactly, bro.
Maybe.
I need my money.
That's crazy.
But all right, yeah. What else?
I want to talk about the guy sitting right next to me, Cosmos. It's not just about me. It's not just about Light. How was your Genesis experience, my man? What did you gain out of the event?
It was I mean, I did a lot of money matches to get myself back into the competitive mindset and form. And I feel like I kind of got back into it from the money matches. I feel like one thing that I did wrong was that I try to still treat day 2 as a regular bracket. And I feel like if I money matched or played a lot before the bracket and didn't just like warm up normally, but if I just played the entire weekend the entire time, I probably would have played a lot better because it would have just like been a lot more natural to me. But I was like, okay, well, it's day 2, it's the main day, so let me just focus on bracket and not try to money match or anything.
Yes.
So I didn't do too hot. I got 49th, I'm pretty sure. I was playing Tortiguri, and game 4, I was down three stocks to 1. And then it literally just clicked. I almost reversed 3 stocked him. I brought it literally down to last hit. We were both at like 120, 130. And then he just had me off stage, and I was just barely living, but I didn't have an extra jump, so he just killed me. But I'm very confident if I won that game, I won the set. And then I would have played Spargo after that. And then after that, I made it to the top 64 in losers. And then I played Kiarash, which in that matchup, that's when I realized, like, after playing all my money matches and like practicing a lot the entire weekend, it came back to me mentally, but my hands weren't physically there. So like I saw what I was supposed to do, but I just no.
Hands.
Like no.
Let me see your hand.
No, you're not gonna look at my hands.
Let me see your hand.
Show me your hand.
Being weird. Let me see your hand.
Show
being
me
weird
your
for.
hands.
Hey, still got good hands here. I like.
But yeah, I'm ready. I'm gonna be ready for Qatar this weekend. So I practiced a lot after the event. I was just chilling on Saturday, but Sunday I didn't watch Top 8. I was just in the venue playing the entire weekend. I played a good amount of high level players in money matches, and I beat them. So I have a lot of confidence for that.
W.
And yeah,
You lose any?
I lost the very, very first one that I played to some Yoshi player in Chile. His name was Blast.
Hey, I met that guy. Blast is a homie. Shouts to Chile for coming through, man.
I lost to him in the best of 3, and then I played him in 2 more, and then won the next 2.
Nice.
And then I forgot who else I played. I know I played Jared. He was up 2-0 on me, and then I was about to switch to Inkling, and I was like, I gotta actually lock in for future brackets. And then I just reversed 3-0'd him, so that felt very good. Especially because I hate the Shulk matchup. And then I lost to a Lucina player. I don't know his tag. I forgot to ask for his tag, but he was really but yeah, everything else I just basically won. I beat a lot of out of country players. There was one Diddy Kong from Peru that was apparently a top player in Peru. I don't know if that's true because I didn't hear about him in bracket at all, which is expected. But he was really good. So I feel like if he just goes to more tournaments, he'll probably break out. But I beat a lot of players that I deemed as good players. And I don't deem that many players as good players. So that was definitely a confidence booster for me. So I just feel like I need to go to more events, starting with Qatar, and try to jam it there.
There it is. Love that for you, my brother. And that's what we're going to do, man. We're going to go 15-hour flight, but it's going to be fun. I'm bringing the IRL backpack. We're going to get into some good adventures. I do want to go over some of the upsets that kind of took place at Genesis, though, like, and kind of get your guys' thoughts on that. So, obviously, the biggest one has got to be Spargo, 17th place. Shout out to my boy Spargito, but falling way short of expectations, losing to TG again.
That's his fault.
I'm starting to think, like, I don't know, bro. I didn't get to see the match, but I heard he was forcing it a lot.
He went Aegis the first 2 games.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy because he beat me. And then Spargo was like, well, I'm going to go Aegis anyway. And then he lost the first 2 games. Like, it wasn't good at all. And then he went Cloud starting game 3. And then he won the next 2 games. And then he just couldn't close out game 5.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, he probably would have won probably 3-1 or something. Or maybe even 3-0 if he just started with the momentum of Cloud in the beginning of the set.
The counter picker dilemma.
Yeah, but
or the dual main dilemma.
I guess because he lost to a degree the last time that they played at Battle of BC, when he was playing Cloud, he was like, I don't like that matchup. I'm going to go Aegis because Aegis does destroy Banjo, but clearly he's pretty experienced in that matchup. I
would like to say I'm a big believer in Aegis, but some of these matches Aegis supposedly destroys that. I ain't been seeing it lately. TG, Banjo taking out good Aegis players. You got Zamba beating good Aegis players, like with Rob. Supposedly all these bad matchups. Maybe the matchups ain't just that bad.
Nah, it's the Fox effect, bro. The character does beat all these people. It's just you play a character that's highly edge guardable, so you could lose to the worst character in the game if they can gimp you at 10%. You know,
and now everyone is just corner camping.
Yep, and they corner camp Fox too. That's just how it goes. You play a character that technically beats all these characters, but you play one of the characters that also can lose to anyone. If you're not playing on point, you could lose at your weekly because someone knows how to gimp.
Okay, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's fair. Well, that was a big surprise. And then in losers, Zamba, actually not that surprised. Zamba beat Spargo. I feel like those two could trade sets. And Zamba was playing super hot. Like, it was great. Like,
yeah, he was playing good.
Yeah, kudos to Zamba on that one. Another upset was Sonic's also out at 17th. Yeah, but you know what? Did you guys hear about how Sonic's lost to Umeki? Very controversial fashion.
Yeah, I was watching Voice Stream when that happened.
So my understanding of the ruling was Umeki had ledge trumped Sonic's and then back aired, I think.
Yeah.
And then popped off prior to the kill screen coming up. So people argued, it affected his DI. So apparently it was like, okay, you can input your DI after the pause is undone. If you survive, Umeki gets the game loss or the stock loss or whatever. So I guess he would lose the game in that case.
Well,
if you die, Umeki, like how does is that like a
thing? The thing was like it's kind of a misconception in the community that like you can change your DI during the kill screen.
You cannot change your DI.
Yeah. Okay.
So like,
and I saw his DI and he was DIing up.
Yeah. So like obviously he already DI'd correctly anyway.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I mean, and that
you say DI'd up, right?
In that scenario, you DI up and in, but like it's not.
Oh, okay, up and in. Okay,
but like that's how he did DI because like he was holding in already. So I don't know what they were saying because Void had the stream pretty low, and I don't know if like they were really talking that loud anyway. Yeah. But it seemed like Sonic was like trying to argue that like he wasn't DIing. Or like it might mess up his DI or something. I don't really know what it was, but at the end of the day, like you already DI before the kill screen. So what Void called it was the inevitable death clause. Is like if you are already gonna die when a pause situation happens, then the pause scenario should be null and void because theoretically you already lose the game. You can't do anything to lose the game, which is why they were saying, okay, if for some reason you do live, then you can take the game. But Void also said it best where it's like, Umeki's been playing Peach since Brawl to a point where like, I don't think he's going to pop off for a back air that's not gonna kill. So it was pretty clear that the game was over. It was just like, no one did anything wrong. Sonic was like, okay, well, this sucks. I have to try to take the game. Umeki was like, well, I won the game. And the TOs were like, all right, well, let's try to figure out something that'll benefit both players and not cause any controversy that'll make an issue happen on Twitter or anything. And I just feel like everything happened pretty well. It's just like an unfortunate situation that played out the best way that it possibly could. Which is why, like, I'm pretty sure Sonics isn't upset at Umeki. Umeki isn't, I'm pretty sure, upset at Sonics, and it's just like the way that the world works.
They had some nice exchanges on Twitter. It seemed like they're cool.
Okay, good.
So I was happy to see that for sure.
I mean, the only argument you could really make for Sonic's living is that back air was stale, because it was. But I mean, he was off stage at like 110%. I think he was pretty dead, you know?
I was convinced too. I was like, I don't think he's dead. But after he flew, I was like, wow, I was super wrong.
Bro, I'm just saying, man, like, we used to do cool stuff back in the day where we would just like, you know, pause the game on cool kill screens, man. Bring that back.
Yeah.
That was lit.
Sure.
I agree.
Now we're all so serious.
Everybody takes everything so serious. It's crazy, chat. It's crazy. What else was I gonna say? There was excuse me, lost my train of thought for a minute. So I wanted to say on the Sonics losing to Umeki, Sonics, my boy, man, 100 grand, should have never got to that spot, bro.
Made 100 grand?
It's my man, 100 grand.
Man.
I should have never got to that spot anyway, bro. You are way too gifted, and that's no shot at Umeki, but you, Sonics, I know how good you are. Should have never been in that situation to lose in any kind of fashion like that anyway. Hope you pick it up at the next big event, my guy. I'm still rooting for you for sure. Also notable placings. That was the base mage getting 13th.
Yeah, he beat Snow.
Yeah, I know.
Beat Snow.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Snow at 10 tonight is during the bracket. Doesn't count. Just throwing it out there right there.
I think everything was just cursed because this was the first Genesis that Leo wasn't there.
Felt like it too. Gluto over Mia. Huge pop off after he hit that back air to beat him. It was just a lot of matches that went the way I was just not expecting at all. So Jogi Boo beat the Buzz. I mean, the Buzz losing the Falcon like that.
Riddles got 65th.
Yep. But 4th in Street Fighter. I see you, Riddles. I see. I'm proud of you, kid. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was just a crazy, wonky tournament for sure. But it was an enjoyable one. I know some people kind of go back and forth on whether or not they did enjoy the top 8. All the matches I got to commentate top 8, I enjoyed. I stayed for the whole thing. I watched afterwards. I even did a stream for the award ceremony that they cut the stream for because of time constraints. So I did a stream for the award ceremony and got an interview with the winner, Hurt, as well. I actually uploaded that to YouTube yesterday if you guys want to check that out if you haven't seen it yet. All in all, I enjoyed the tournament. And yeah, honestly, truthfully too, guys, could very well be the final Ultimate Genesis. I mean, we don't know what next year has in store. What if we get a new game, the latter half of this year? I don't know. You guys
Please, God. Huh?
Is that what you want? That's what you really want?
Yes, bro.
What if
I
Fox
need
sucks?
a new game. Huh?
What if Fox sucks?
He won't suck.
No?
Nah, he won't suck.
What if he's like as good as he was in Brawl?
He was amazing in Brawl. He wasn't bad in Brawl. The only reason that he was bad in Brawl is because the game was so broken that there was so many infinites on him and stuff like that. But if there were no infinites on Fox, Fox was a good character in Brawl. He was one of the few characters that had a decent matchup versus Meta Knight and could actually fight other characters that didn't infinite him.
Shout outs to TKD. You know that name?
So, no, I actually don't.
I know Nakat.
Okay, yeah, shouts to the cat too. He ended up being an Ice Climbers merchant.
Yeah, for real. Fox has never sucked in a Smash game.
I
agree with that.
I don't think he was the best in Brawl, and I don't think it was only because like he had so many infinites. I feel like obviously the game engine didn't benefit him, not just because of the infinites, but because it benefited a lot of other characters way more. I feel like the game engine in this game does benefit Fox a lot because of like the low lag and like how much you can press a shield because of your low lag. That's what I mean when I feel like when I say that there is a chance that your character might not be as good as he is in this game in the next game. Like that's just the reality. Like, yeah, you can be pretty hopeful, and like I feel like you should be hopeful because there's a high chance that Fox is going to be good because he's been good in multiple games. But there is always a chance that your character just might not be as good in the next game. Like, when I played Corrin was trash in the beginning, and then she got buffed.
I mean, So one, that's not why I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be good because the more Smash games that come out, the more the games start to stay the same. So I think there's a good chance the mechanics will stay relatively the same. And also, I don't think this game's like engine is actually good for him. I think this game's engine goes against him. Fox has never been a laggy character in any Smash game. This is a game where other characters are not laggy characters. So if anything, that goes against him. Like he's always been the exception. So I don't think that actually goes with him at all. In Smash 4, he was lagless. In every other game, he's lagless. It's like that's his thing. I used to say that a lot. I used to be like, yo, Fox's thing is that he was lagless. Now everyone's lagless. So I actually don't think this engine goes for him. Smash 4's engine, that's a good one. If you want to cheat, you should go there.
He said, bring it back. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. Genesis, very, very good time. Maybe not necessarily in bracket for everybody, but in general, it was a lot of fun. I just can't stop looking at these results, man. Like Shiny Mark 13th, Shuton 4 first time beating Tweak out of 7 tries. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of like first time stuff. It was just a crazy, crazy time for sure. So
I think the funniest thing was Tweak playing against it was a European Rosalina player, and he won Sephiroth the first 2 games.
You know what he said about that?
I thought it was the buzz when I was watching.
We were I think we were like grabbing food together, and me and Charles started rant. No, this is after. This is after, and they'll talk about this on Tweak Talks, maybe, we'll see. But this is after Tweak beat Gluto. We had rushed him, we were celebrating, and then after that, the first thing Charles is like, dude, why the did you go Sephiroth against that Rosa player? You just better player him. Pick anyone else who's decent, and you're gonna kick his ass every single time. And then Tweak is just like, oh, I was mad at Diddy Kong because he let me down in winners. And Charles was like, what the f are you talking about?
You let me down.
It was so funny, dude.
It was talking
Please,
about Diddy Kong like a child.
Please expand upon that, guys. That was a whole. I was dying at that interaction. So
bro, that's
he let
so...
me down, so I put him away.
Are you talking, bro? That is so like both of them. That's actually hilarious, bro. Nah, but I think that's just another thing with the whole multiple character dilemma. Sometimes you see a matchup and you just don't want to play the other matchup.
Yep.
But realistically, you should stay with your better character because even if it's a bad matchup, you are significantly better than these players.
Absolutely, bro. Better playing somebody is a real thing, chat. Just so you.
That's
know.
why, until further notice, chat, I'm back on Aegis for the remainder of Ultimate.
Good. With a secondary of Inkling?
With a secondary of Inkling for like Min. That's it.
I think that's actually a really good idea. Be a dual main.
Just figure it out.
I figured it out, and that's it.
Be a dual main.
You don't think Aegis can beat Min? I think she can destroy her.
Aegis can, but it's the thing where it's like the Fox dilemma, but that is the epitome of the Fox dilemma. I have to play perfect. Like how they say you have to play perfect against Kazuya. You don't, because they be dropping combos. These Min-Mins don't really have to try to drop these edge guards. It's literally baby level edge guarding.
It's just so weird to me because Fox beats Min-Min. It's really funny.
He does. It's very impressive. Okay, so there is another thing, but I don't know if we want to. I feel like we could save it for next week. It's not going anywhere. The new official tier list got released.
Yeah,
I feel like we could save it for it because that's something we could talk about like for a long time too. But we don't have to do that. I feel like this episode going right specifically to Genesis, and that's kind of where I want to just like leave it on that. That was really good. We're not gonna money wallet behind Patreon or whatever. We don't even do that shit anymore. Blame this guy.
Why is it my fault?
You don't edit nothing. You release.
We don't have anything.
We do. It's release schedule after release schedule missed.
Patreon is coming back.
Really? Please tell us more, please. Please tell us more.
I just want to be paid more, man.
All right, first Patreon episode coming next Wednesday. I don't know what we have, but I'm gonna just put it out, and then that's where we're gonna start.
Do you have a camera? We could make some content in Qatar.
I do.
All right, we'll make some content in Qatar. All right, that sounds respectful content, of course. Let me not make that joke. Yeah. So good stuff. Also, by the way, I think this event proved yet again Smash is alive and kicking. I want to make that very, very clear.
Do you know what the viewership list was like?
I don't know. Melee was like inflated because Ludwig was streaming it too. So, but Melee was also very good. So shouts to Melee as well. But I saw some big events were announced. Obviously, people are announcing they're going to Battle of BC. That'll be fun to watch party. I know Light's going to that. I think Collision announced they're coming back same month as Super Smash Con or Supernova. Supernova. So that's very bold of them. Very ballsy.
I don't know why people do that.
Very ballsy of them for sure. It probably has something to do with like the price you could get on that Meadowlands Convention Center. That would be my guess for sure.
Hopefully it turns out well.
Yeah, or it could just be like a booking thing too. Like sometimes like a convention center is booked quite often. So I understand like the need to be a little flexible with that. And then obviously Kagaribi, which we are planning to go to as well. Level Up Expo coming up. So plenty of Smash Ultimate action down the horizon. Right now, the lead for number 1 rank absolutely belongs to Hurt. He owns a S tier win, P tier win, and huge victories over some of the game's finest. You can argue if Cola didn't choke away that 2-0 lead, tournament would have had a different result. I actually kind of agree with that, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. You benefit off of others' failures, and that's what he did. Good.
It's actually really funny because I was talking to Floyd, and he said that he could have changed the entire scope of Genesis.
100%.
Because
100%.
He said that his first tough player that he had to play against was Hurt, and he's like one of the most experienced people in the Snake matchup.
Go closer to the mic.
Yeah. One of the most experienced people in the Snake matchup.
There you go.
Well, Void's gym. Anyway.
That is true. He didn't even show
the
up.
The one Genesis he doesn't go to, Light doesn't top 8.
Ag. So it's Void's fault.
Yep. Void's the gym.
Void's the gym. Well, there you have it, folks. Void's the gym, but you guys aren't. And if you want to make sure you're not, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because Lights Out always brings the vibe. Another banger episode. And we'll see you again next week. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.